Hello and welcome to Four Worlds Gaming. My name is Jared, and this is BattleTech. I'm super excited to be playing this. It is a new game that has been coming out. Paradox are the publishers, and I love Stellaris and Crusader Kings. Not that I'm expecting this to be quite like those games, but I have respect for many YouTubers that have been recommending this game, that I find that I have a lot of the same taste as them, so I'm very excited to be trying this. This is my second attempt at recording this. The first time I kind of messed up, so we're going to start fresh. And I'm just going to let it go ahead and go to the cinematic once it loads. So you're just going to jump to that. While we're waiting, BattleTech is a strategy turn-based tactics game from what I can understand. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm a big fan of that. I love XCOM, as you guys probably know if you've watched this channel for a bit, or you know me in real life. And it's based off of a tabletop gaming experience. That's all I know. I know it's got books, I think, and other games, but this is my first encounter with this franchise, so I've so far been very impressed with what I've seen. I think these developers have done a really good job. And here we go.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Alright, so now we're going to get into the backstory of our character that we're going to make. So the Agrarian, and I have played a little bit of the tutorial so far. Sorry about the sirens. Hopefully they won't be too much. I live near a fire department, so I know about all the fires in this area because I can hear the fire trucks go off. Anyways, I really apologize for pronunciation, but I'm going to just do my best to get through this. The Agrarian Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimward Periphery, a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized Inner Sphere. It is home to the Agrarian Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Anero family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Agrarian Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Alright. So, I decided the first time, and I'm going to stick with this. We're going to go with the Federated Suns as our homeland. So the mech warriors who hail from the Federated Suns tend to possess more finely honed skills and better equipment than their counterparts from other regions of space. They often see themselves as righteous warriors and champions of liberty, sometimes to a fault. Though nearly extinguished by the Draconis Combine of the First Succession War, the Federated Sons, a constitutional monarchy ruled by the renowned House Davon, has become arguably the most powerful of the Great Five successor states. Through skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, House Davon has significantly increased the number of star systems under its control in the last 2 centuries. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, and I only know this because I've been looking at these little things, so the Draconis Combined is another one of these successor states. So there was a giant group of, what was it called? I'm looking here, the Star League. So it was kind of like one large government, and then there was a succession war where the Great Lords all fought against each other. And so the successor states are the Draconis Combined, the Free Worlds League, the Federated Sons, I believe the Laren Commonwealth, and the Capalan Confederation. And all these other governments here are from the Rimward Periphery, which is kind of like the Outer Rim from Star Wars, while this would be more of the Inner Rim governments. And so the Federated Sons was one of these successor states, and now they're, I guess, the most powerful. So that's where we're from. So we are of noble birth. Though immigrants to the agrarian reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of agrarian space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's titles and ancestral battle mech, an old Blackjack BJ1. This is where you met Raju Mustafi Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars, whom your parents hired for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was strict but capable teacher, and you became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life until your 16th birthday, when and I decided the family went bankrupt. So as you grew older, you watched your family's fortune, income, and influence slowly dwindle away until there was almost nothing left. Your parents, driven to despair, took their own lives. With nothing but your family's ancestral blackjack left to call your own, you set off to make a new life for yourself. So that gives us 1 tactics, which is going to help us with the effectiveness of our, I think it's an Overwatch shot, basically. I haven't done a call shot opportunities yet. And it reduces the penalty for indirect fire and improves our minimum weight range, while Guts helps our health and reduces the penalty from weapon recoil, and also how much heat we can take before we overheat our mechs. So on my own, now I originally had gone with Inner Sphere Mercenary, I'd gone with Frontier Lancer, but I'm beginning to wonder if that's the way I want to go. Because I'm thinking I might want an extra gunnery skill. I think that could be really helpful, because it helps with ranged weapons. Sorry, that was my computer going off. It helps with ranged weapons. So... And it's effective to counter evasion. So, and I like this Solaris Gladiator. So you took your skills as a mech warrior to the famed arena of the planet Solaris 7. So that's famous for gladiatorial fights, the Solaris Games. They're broadcast through the Inner Sphere and the Periphery, where fans eagerly follow the career of their favorite mech warriors. There, you eked out a living as a gladiator, fighting for the crowd in minor arenas, getting by from paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, I'm good with this. I think that's good. For somebody who ran into all kinds of debts and stuff, I think that's a fair path to take. Until years later, you cross paths with Raju Montgomery again. You were a low-level champion, down on your luck, and one bad fight away from the gutters, until Raju heard about you. He trekked all the way to Solaris to offer you passage back to the Agrarian Reach and a job in House Areno Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on Coronation Day and duty on the coronation day of Lady Camina Areno. And I've decided that we're going to go for our call sign. 4 worlds. For the channel. And for the name, I'm not going with my own name. I'm going with the name of a character in a online game that I play. So we are Mark Wayman. And pronoun is he. And as for our customization, it's pretty good for me. I'm good with that. There's not really a ton of customization options. So I think I'm gonna... Well, you know what? We're somebody who's kind of rough and tumble. I feel like we're not that old. But we were fighting as a gladiator. We should look like somebody who's fought as a gladiator, I think. Yeah, I like that. We need a better tattoo. I like that. We need better scars. Something that shows that we've been fighting. Yeah, that works. Like, they have the cross section. I'll leave everybody else, I think. I'll leave all the other things. Yeah, I like that. So that's Mark Wayman. So decades ago, our families came from the Federated Sons. And then the day after my 16th birthday, my family went bankrupt and my parents took their own lives. And out on my own, I fell into the life of a Solaris gladiator. So that gives me 3 gunnery, 2 pilot, 3 tactics, 3 guts. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's do this. Alright, let's begin our journey. And I'll just cut. Oh. The High Lord Tenato Areno II is dead. The Agrarian Reach is left at an uncertain crossroads. Once prosperous, it is now a kingdom of decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago España, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving council of founding houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble lady Camina Arando, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Arano's ascent to the throne, her loyal captain of guard, Raju Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits her in Cornelia City. Whew, you gotta read that fast. It's hard to say words out loud that fast. Coronation Day, Areno Summer Palace, 8:53 local time. So it's time to go through some training. Alright, and we're ready to begin our first mission.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so we'll move like this. Move like that. I think I prefer using the keyboard. Okay, 4 worlds. I had España refit yards rush the repairs on your blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to be sure. Standard field tests, you know the drill. More importantly, though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you out here to do. Now do me a favor and get that battle mech moving. Let's see if there are any kinks in the actuators. So I feel like these mechs seem to be...
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
I brought you out here because there's something wrong at the Capitol. It's been too quiet since Lord Tamidia's funeral, and I'm worried about Lady Camina's safety during the coronation procession. Anyways, looks like you actuators check out. Let's conduct a weapons test. Target one of those burnt-out urban mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's wrong. Warrior trust their instincts.
So yeah, I feel like these mechs seem to be
Destroyed.
really important since they're ancestral mechs. So, good shot. Your guns are in working order at least. So now we've got this target dummy. I've been training Lady Urano since she was 14 years old. She could be naive at times and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Corona City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria. Well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot about you, truth be told. Anyway, you should run checks on your targeting computer to see that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line. Put some hurt on it for me, and when it turns, take it out with a rear gun angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kamea's like a daughter to me, and her late father, High Lord Damati, was a good friend.
How much you want to bet that this guy's gonna die? Like, I just feel certain. He's mentor to 2 characters. There's no way a mentor to 2 characters survives after the tutorial very long. So we don't do much damage from the front. And now it's going to turn around.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
So now when we shoot it in the back, it's totally exposed and just gets crushed. We just wreck it.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Thank you for letting us know. Nice shot. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with agrarian politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by the High Lord's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kamea belongs on the Cormet throne. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground there near the edge of the lake. I said this before the last time I was recording this, but I find it funny how we're getting, like, instructions, and we're getting instructions on our training at the same time as we get our exposition.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
So we're going to cool off because we overheated, so we need to watch out for that. Warning, plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction, jump jet systems damaged. Systems inoperable until repair. Ah, for the love of all the good. Oh, for the love of all the gods. This is what I get for insisting on a rush job. Not that I had much of a choice. The Hispania Rift yards were backlogged, and you wouldn't believe it. It looked like they were trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the coronation. There isn't any time to get your jets replaced, so we're gonna have to make do without them. Go ahead and take that mech down with a melee attack. I want to make sure nothing else is going to break on your blackjack before we get out to the Cormont Road. Alright, so I wasn't really confident about this one before. So it's click on the melee targeting reticle. So I feel like I'm still not confident on exactly what makes it a melee versus a range shot. I'm sure I'll learn. So yeah, we crushed that one. Good hit. At least that's solid. Alright, one last test. I want you to take your blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attack.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
So, So I kind of like that we move, and then we point the direction that we face. I feel like that gives you a lot of flexibility. And we dodged him. So when we move, we build up evasion, and when we get shot at, we lose it, which I like. Congratulations, Four Worlds. Your blackjack is as combat ready as it can be, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope that my suspicions turn out to be unfounded, and we end the day having a good laugh about what a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know you'll be ready. Alright, time to move out. Lady Urano is waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
So I believe that was Kamea. I'm pretty sure that was Kamea. And it's our turn again. So we'll just move in here. Four Worlds, allow me to introduce Komea Areno, the soon-to-be High Lady of Agraria Coalition. Is Lady Victoria on this channel? Now notice her name's Victoria Espanzo, the saint, so she must be the daughter of that, the brother-in-law of the former High Lord. So I'm not sure I necessarily trust Victoria, even though our mentor seems to. For the time being, my father has summoned me to the Picton Docks. I have a fleet inspection and a tour of the family refit yards to preside over before the coronation. Behold, the responsibility of a noble daughter, a fount of tedium that never runs dry. I know the feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take for me to cripple that customized monstrosity you pilot. Bold words, cousin, but the only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending the throne today, but my Kaga is more than a match for the family heirloom that you call a BattleTech. And in the arena, I reign supreme. We'll see, cousin, we'll see. At any rate, I'll see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Raju, I am ready when you are, overland along the Cormet Road, as is the Areno tradition. Aye, Kamena, we'll get there in one piece. Four Worlds, fall behind me. And remember what I told you.
Mission successful.
Alright, we did it. Let's continue along. And we're gonna leave it off there, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, and we will continue this mission in the next video, so you better subscribe so that you can know when we continue. See you in the next video.